Hello everybody and welcome to the next episode of Ask Evan, the only Ask series on YouTube where supposedly I speak too fast, according to lots of comments on my last video. I've never received that many, comments about how fast I speak, and it made me feel really good inside. I was like, woo! Don't know what happened last week. I guess I was at prime form. Today, I'll slow it down a little bit for you, maybe. Who knows? Or maybe I can talk at the normal speed I can talk at. You know, who knows? Today's Ask video is a bit different from my usual ones because today I'm going to be answering all your questions as honestly as I can. Not as many puns on today's video, but instead, we're going to go with the honest, open up the heart, okay? See what's inside, give me the answers. Let's see what's going on. Want to tell us about the plan to go live in Germany for a bit? Okay, so here's the thing. I really want to move to Germany for a solid month. A month was chosen because it's a long period of time, it's long enough to be a bit scary, and also it'll save me money in terms of if you rent an Airbnb or something, you save a lot of money doing a month versus 3 weeks or 2 weeks. And so I want to move to another country, specifically a German-speaking one, specifically Germany, because it's scary. When's the last time I've done something really scary? I know a lot of people will ask in my questions for Ask Evan videos, how did you move different countries? What did you do? How did you deal with it? And it is very interesting, but I just did it. That's the thing. It was really scary. It was a huge move, and it was one of the most life-changing things I've ever done in my life. And since then, what have I done? I haven't really done that because I've gotten complacent. I'm now happy. I've got roots. I've got a job. I've got friends. However, I would like to, it's only for a month, go to this new country, do something that scares me, and then learn the language more, get more engrossed in that culture, maybe make some friends there, who knows. But the issue that I have right now is I don't know what city to choose. I'm in between Heidelberg, Köln, Stuttgart, and Munich. And even though I'm kind of in between those, I also need to choose a place where I have a flatmate. I can't necessarily just get an Airbnb to myself because then I won't necessarily talk to someone every day. Who goes out of the house every day? Which one of you guys? I go out of the house once a week, So I want to make sure I'm getting the most out of this experience and doing it in a way that can help me grow. And I'm thinking of maybe making a video series about it on this channel about what it's like moving to this foreign country for a month. I think it'd be exciting. Is it good for my YouTube channel? Not necessarily, but you know what? There's more to life than that. And like I said, this is something that scares me, and I think that's a good thing. Also, I'd be in Germany for Oktoberfest, so that'd be quite convenient. I'd head down to Munich and party it up. Yo, Evan Edinger. That's me. What advice... just in case you didn't know, that was me. What advice do you have for newer YouTubers, specifically on the subject of collaboration? Thank you. So, it's funny that I think that you're asking me, because if you look at, the history of my channel, I don't really do many collaborations, outside of my sphere of influence, outside of my small social group. Reason, because I don't really I don't know, I don't like making videos of people that I'm not, really good friends with. I have a lot of ideas that I come up with, oh, this would be a good idea to do with this, large YouTuber that would help benefit my channel. Because the thing is, if you want to grow your channel, the easiest and best way to do that is just collaboration. It really is. But at the end of the day, I'd much rather make a video with someone I like, someone that... Not that I don't like big YouTubers, but someone that I'm really close with, that I know the chemistry is really good on camera, and also that brings something to the table that I like. For instance, if you've looked at my channel, you'll notice I've done loads of videos with people that don't even have YouTube channels, because that's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in what they bring to the table, and if I like them, if they're interesting, and if we have chemistry, like I said. So, I'm not your best person to ask on that, but rule of thumb is, before you ask someone to collab with them, have an idea ready. Imagine if I went up to this person that doesn't even have a YouTube channel. Do you want to make a video with me? They'd be like, what do you mean, about what? Whereas instead of that, I said, hey, would you like to make a video about the different driving laws in the UK versus the US in terms of you're from Wales? That's much more interesting because you already have a concept. They know if they'd be all about it, and then maybe they can pitch their own idea back. There you go. Number 1 tip. Favorite word to say in German? Well, I didn't really have one before I made a video about my favorite German words, and now it is most certainly durch. Why is it durch? Because all the comments on that video filled me with such happiness that supposedly I pronounced that very well, like a good German. Durch, 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 durch. And it makes me proud now that I can pronounce that one word really, really well. And I think it's because, it took a while for me to get the sh sound until I read an article saying English people have that sound as well in the word cute. It's cute, that little bit in the beginning, so ich. Now you know how to pronounce that. And so it was the same with durch. And now every word that has that, I love it. I'm like, ich, mich, durch. I love it. Now, as a contrast, my least favorite word in German is erinnere. And anything that has to do with remembering. In Harry Potter, the word is erinnere ball. I can't remember what it is. Erinnere, I hate it, okay? Anytime I get to that word, I have a problem pronouncing it. There's too many R's. It's ich erinnere mich. That sounded pretty good, okay? But that's only because I've been practicing it for this video, okay? Otherwise, I'm ich erinnere. Marinara? I don't know. Do you still dab? Only at raves. Just kidding. stay in school. German-speaking YouTube channel recommendations. Actually, this is a question I'd like to ask you. Do you guys have any German-speaking YouTube channels you'd recommend that I watch? Not only to help my, learning of the German language, but also I'm thinking about doing a reaction video where I, watch a couple of them and I make a video about my thoughts on it. You know, we'll see. It depends on if you guys can send me some good ones in the comments. Thanks. What's your dream travel destination within Canada? I chose this question because it's really funny to me. It's like asking a really good question and then tying a ball and chain to it. What's your dream travel destination within Canada? I don't know, man. I'm not really the biggest fan of Canada. I mean, I've been there twice. Not quite. I've been to 2 different airports. The one in Toronto and the one in Montreal. Just kidding. It wasn't Montreal. It was Vancouver. So I don't even know. See, what's the difference? I feel like Canada is just like America, but more north. It's just a little bit colder America with better laws and a more attractive president, or whatever he's called, prime minister? I don't know. See, I don't even know! So what's my Whistler? I heard that's nice. Edmonton? I heard it's small. I guess I kinda don't know where to go. There's the pun, okay? You got I kinda make up my mind. If you ever have kids, would stay in England to raise them, or would you come back to the States? That's a really easy question to answer, because it's like saying, if you ever had kids, would you rather raise them with a $30,000 debt to start off your life with, or would you rather not do that? Obviously, the answer is live in the UK. Why would I force my wife to have a kid in a country that charges $30,000 to have proper health care to bear the kid? That's insane. I'm not making that number up, by the way. That's the average price of a childbirth in the US. That's right. One of the most human rights, having a kid, $30,000. You might have good insurance if you have a really good job, and then you can break that down, maybe only pay 10% of that, which is $3,000. That's still a lot of money. Jesus Christ. In the UK, you just have a kid, right? Good health care. It's free. Doesn't have to wow, I have a kid and now you have to have $30,000 saved up. That's just insane. Okay, and it's one of those things that blows my mind that people on the right will still say it's not a human right because my family's never sick. I've never congratulations. I'm really glad that you just are really lucky and never got hit by a car, never had to deal with the opioid crisis or anything. Oh, congratulations, you're a really good guy. It's not like you've ever had to have a kid or something, because $30,000 is a lot of money. Okay, slash end rant. Sorry, just really angers me. The answer was England. I would, of course, import in all of my tasty American food, though, so that way they have the best of both worlds. What is the hardest part about being a YouTuber, in your opinion? I think this question goes really well with the next question, which is, how do you stay motivated to make videos every week? Do you ever have times when you feel like you have to make a video, even though you don't really want to? So, last week's video really banged, right? Everyone really seemed to like that video. It got a lot of shares. And a guy named Peter Mon ended up making a video response to it, which was really nice. Sent a lot of nice audience members to my way. Hey, if you're new, welcome. Now, when a video like that bangs and does really well, it's really great. It makes you really happy, except then it adds a huge amount of pressure to the next video. The next video has to be also just as good, or people are going to be like, oh, okay, he's a one-hit wonder. So the better videos you make, the more pressure to keep making better videos, and it gets really stressful because, Fall Out Boy makes some good albums, but not every album is created equally, okay? Not every song is created equally. Some are like the hot singles, and some are me, the not hot singles. Q&As are, to be honest, quite easy compared to other content, but they're also, for me, enjoyable. It's a chance for me to be honest and make jokes and not be as serious about a topic. But also, you might have thought, oh, Evan's really confident with this video last week. He's really passionate about it. I was so stressed about that video. I honestly almost didn't even upload it. I would pitch the idea to people as Sunday approached, oh, I'm thinking of making a video about TanaCon, and the responses weren't as encouraging as they could have been. They were like, oh, didn't Shane already do that? And I was like, I didn't really like the way he did it. And then they'd be like, didn't you already do that? And I was like, well, I didn't really touch on the subject much. I have a lot of opinions. And so I didn't really get encouraged by people. And then when I started making the video in my head, if you don't know this, every time I go to film a video, before the camera even turns on, I talk to myself for a good hour talking about the video out loud as if I'm vlogging, and I'm not. It's a bit meta. I literally did it for this video. This entire thing I'm saying, I've already kind of said to myself, different words. That's how I'm able to talk so well without needing cuts necessarily, because I've already said it out loud to myself. But when I said it out loud, I didn't like the video. It sounded so negative. It was so unlike me. I'm not a very negative guy, and it was really hurtful for me to make that, but I was so angry about the situation, and I was so passionate about it. I was like, I have to do this, and I didn't want to edit it either. I knew it was going to take a lot of time, but then when I did it, it felt nice to get it out there, and I was really scared about it. The thing about last week's video is it is a confrontational style video. I see people like that all the time. Tana wandered herself into my hotel room at Playlist Live, uninvited, this past year. I'll probably see her again at some other convention, and now it's oh, he's the guy that made that video, being like, you're dumb. Great, there we go, burning bridges. But sometimes you gotta say things. It feels nice to get things off your chest, even if you are being a bit confrontational. I try not to be that way, okay? Don't think Evan's just gonna be calling out everyone left and right now, like, whoa, it's coming. Not a thing. Sorry about the dad. Do you think asexual is part of the LGBTQA+ community? This is a really rough question, because no one really wants the asexuals in any of the communities, ever. In terms of, there are some really exclusionary gays that are like, no, absolutely not in our community. And then there's also the very cis type people that are like, no, you're weird, okay? You're just a weirdo. So we don't really belong, right? We're on like this little island of depression called the Ace Island, okay? It's not a nice island. Do I personally believe? Yes. I've listened to arguments in contrast to this, saying that they do not belong, and I understand where people are coming from, but that's just really dumb. The bigger a community that used to be excluded gets, the more there's going to be self-exclusion, which is really funny. To me, it's like a cannibalizing on itself. Do I really care that much? Not really. I don't care whether or not we're in some community or not. It's not like it's really affecting my life that much. I think that's a good answer, isn't it? It doesn't really affect me that much, so I'm fine. I don't necessarily need a community. Maybe other people do, but for the most part, I've got myself, I've got my friends, and, you know, a lot of people that watch these videos end up being the same as me. That's nice. We have each other. We're okay on this island, all right? Ace Islands, we've got it covered. Short answer, yes. Why do you think less and less of the big YouTubers like Zoella and Dan and Phil are going to events like Sitsi? Well, here's the thing. Like, you can go to an event like Sitsi, which is put on by some lovely people, and it's for, like, everyone, or you, in your big YouTube-ness, can make your own convention, you know, like TanaCon. It'll be great. You can make your own and make all the money from it, okay, monetarily. I'm not doing this. I'm just saying that's a good idea. If you're going to do a tour, why don't you have full control over it? It's like saying, would you rather work minimum wage, or rather for free, or would you rather be the boss of your own company? Obviously, these people who are very intelligent and business-minded people would rather be the boss of their own company. So they make their own events, they make their own things. Why would they go to something where they work for free when they can do their own thing and do it in the way that they want it to be, and also make money from it for their time? Now, is this me? No, not really. I'm not that large of a YouTuber. I'm kind of just, you know, chilling in the middle ground, having a nice time. I go to Sitsi, I go to all these events. I really like catching up with friends, and I like meeting as many viewers as I can. These people also have very busy lives. Some people have anxiety. You never really know. There's a lot of reasons out there. What do you prefer, English summer or American summer? Well, American summer is a little bit hotter and has more opportunities to go to an actually sandy beach if you're from Jersey, as opposed to Brighton. However, yes, America, most certainly. 10 out of 10, only because in America, they've invented air conditioning. So if it does get really hot, just go inside. We've got air conditioning. In the UK, you gotta fry. You gotta fry while people go, it's not usually this hot. I'm just gonna deal with it until next year. And that's why there's no air conditioning in this country. Did you like Owl City's new album? It was cinematic. That wasn't even a good pun. That was literally the name of the album. Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoy it. I felt like he came back to his roots with the album. Like, it's not this whole like Midsummer Station thing, and it's not like super pop. It's like right in the middle ground. It's like old Owl City meets new Owl City. It was good. If you haven't listened to it, I highly recommend it. It's a good album. How do you feel about dating apps? There's absolutely nothing wrong with dating apps. I really don't like this stigma about people that use dating apps. Like, anytime I tweet like about something, I'm on Tinder or something, people go, why are you on Tinder? And I'm like, excuse me? Like, are you trying to judge me? Because I'm lonely. Why else would I be on Tinder? I'm trying to find someone to talk to. It's not that big of a deal. I feel like everyone's on it. Why not just accept it? Also, I've made a lot of good friends from exclusively Tinder before, so it's a good thing. I've also had like a slight relationship from Tinder, and it was really nice. It depends on what you're looking for in the dating app, really. Anyway, that about does it for this episode of Ask Evan. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up below, and also subscribe because I make new videos every Sunday. Also, I speak so fast, you gotta slow that stuff down. That was the fastest I've ever done that outro. Thanks very much for watching. All your lovely comments this week, I very much appreciate it. I will see you guys next Sunday. Goodbye.